There's a famous economist now deceased, Rudy Dornbush, who said once, things take longer to happen than you think they will. And then they happen much faster than you thought they could. And we're all familiar with that in technology deployments and cost down curves, but it often happens in politics as well. If somebody had told me even 5 years ago that in the year 2017, gay marriage would be legal in all 50 states and honored and accepted and celebrated by 2/3 of the American people, I would have said, well, I sure hope so, but what are you smoking? And yet, when it was resolved into a binary choice between right and wrong, then things really moved fast. I think that's where we are, real close to that tipping point on climate. And so my answer is yes, we will change, but the answer is premised on your willingness to continue being a part of that change. Well, despair is just another form of denial. We don't have time for it. We've got work to do. During the anti-apartheid movement in South Africa, the late Nelson Mandela once said, it's always impossible until it's done. And that's where we are. You can choose despair. You can choose to say, oh, party on. That's, nothing we can do. Or you can choose to feel what history is challenging those of us alive in this time to rise to this challenge. And it's a pretty simple question. Yeah, it's hard. Of course, it's hard. But it is a privilege to have a task before us that justifies pouring all our energy into it. It's certainly the way I feel. I learned in my life to recognize the reality of the human condition. And there are people in this audience here who are not telling you about it, but they are carrying some really heavy burdens. And I don't know who you are, but I know that you're here. And there are people who go through incredibly painful experiences, and they pick themselves up and they go on with their lives. And one of the secrets of the human condition is that suffering binds people together. When I went through hardships earlier in my life, I was deeply moved by people who I didn't even know, who'd gone through similar experiences, who came up and really expressed such powerful empathy and helped me to get through that. So resilience is in your heart and in your mind and in your character, and having a big there's hope in action. It's an old African proverb: when you pray, move your feet. Shuffle off any kind of despair and just get moving, get acting, and that brings the hope, that brings the energy.